Welcome to the Unfiltered Duo podcast. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Carrie.
And this is how the unfiltered chaos makes sense.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. It's nice to see you.
Yes.
How's your week been?
It's been good. Braden got his wisdom teeth out today, so dealing with that. But other than it went great, so he's all good.
That's good. That's a rough time in your life, but also like a little rite of passage, like wisdom teeth gone.
Yes. Whew. Don't want to jack up those teeth that I paid a lot of money for those braces.
Right.
How was your week?
Oh, nothing big. We did go to like a little pumpkin patch and we saw some little Highland cows and some miniature cows. So that was a lot of fun.
That's cute.
Yep. And then we did like a little college tour too, because that's coming up soon. So I'm like planting those little seeds of this is fun.
Right?
Look at, you could just walk here.
Look, where dorms are here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at where you can go eat. Look at what you can do.
And they had those little robots that deliver the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they were like, and they would like chase them around the corners. They're like, I saw it.
Where's it going?
Can we follow it? No, you can't follow it. Don't.
Have you watched Platonic on Apple TV?
No, I haven't.
So, oh God, now I have a brain fart of the guy that's on it.
Oh,
but anyways, if he sees those or the scooters that you ride, he'll like kick them.
Oh.
And
I don't do that.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. So yeah, light weekend, nothing big. Monday, like I have to do this training for work and it was about 6 hours worth of slides and videos.
Oh God.
And it was a little rough. But
6 hours straight, or was it like self-guided?
It was self-guided. I could split it up, but it's one of those things where it's like you literally couldn't click next until the video had run.
Yeah, I hate those.
So I made it through.
I say I hate them. They do it for a reason so that you're paying attention, but I do hate them.
Yeah,
because sometimes I'm like, I already know all this. Like, I just want to fast forward.
So yes, we both have jobs outside of this. This is kind of something we're starting up, having fun with, seeing if it goes anywhere. But we're working women.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we're moms and wives.
And I wasn't always working.
No, I was always working, like some kind of job.
Yeah.
But I always made it fit into like my life. Well, I say I always was working. Whenever I started back to college, after I had kids, I didn't work during that time. But I take my schooling ones definitely. I was full time, so I call that a job.
No, I would count that as work because you worked hard. Can you not knock stuff over?
Right. Probably the camera.
I know. Come over here. So, yes, get our little. Just be good.
Come on. I know. I gave you catnip. Now we're besties.
He's definitely black cat energy. So anyway, so I worked for the first 3 years of our marriage, but then once I had kids, I didn't work for a decade. I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years.
That is a long time. So with doing that, what did you find to keep yourself busy that wasn't centered around like the Disney Channel or cartoons, and like, was it hard to have adult interaction outside of just your husband?
So my husband, being early in his career at that point, he worked a lot of hours too. And I kind of built a group of women. We called ourselves like the circle. And it was like we would get together once a week without our kids.
Oh, that's
and it was usually it was at my house because I was the one that had the husband that worked all more hours than their husbands.
Okay.
So it was Monday nights, and it was the Bachelor and Bachelorette.
Oh.
That's what we did. We brought snacks, and we had like our little girl time where we like got to know each other. And I mean, that led into like family dinners. We
Yeah.
would go camping. We would take, they each had kids respectively. So it's like we would take the kids out. We'd have play dates. So from my husband working so much, I did need that adult interaction.
Yeah.
And yeah, it started from like one kid that was like this same age, and then we met somebody else, and then we met somebody else. So it was like this thing where all four of us just really clicked and got along with each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had that outlet. So
Nice.
yeah. Was it every day? No.
No, but it still gave you like adult interaction, I think.
Yeah. And once a week for quite a few hours, like we would sit and talk, and we really got to know each other. Like, I know to this day, like, if I really needed anything, those women would have my back. Like, and same.
That's
like,
good.
Yeah.
Build in your little tribe.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's what I did. But, I mean, a lot of things were kid-centered and kid-focused. Right. Like, that was the reason I stayed home, was
right
for them, raising them.
And I think that is like a stay-at-home mom thing, is you cling to those other moms. Because like if it's a single friend or they don't have kids, maybe they might not understand, or they may be wanting to go somewhere that taking a child to is not going to be that pleasant for you.
Right.
And so finding friends that already have kids, your kids play together, you're going through the same waves of life too, so you understand each other. So yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, I know the first friend that I met, their daughter was like a week older than mine, and they met we met them when like our girls were 3 months old.
Oh, perfect.
So literally, like, they've been friends their whole life, our daughters. So like, it's really sweet that they have that kind of bond with each other. So,
that's good.
Yeah. But I have transitioned back into being a working mom. So I kind of understand both sides of things. Not that I have little kids right now, but like I have transitioned into working full time for the past 4 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, mine, it was kind of off and on. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, with Kylie, I waited tables, but I worked my schedule around Scott's schedule, and so we didn't have to put her in daycare as much. But I had my friends that I worked with, so, like, most of us had kids, and a lot of us started having kids at the same time. It was, like, there was always, like, 2 or 3 people pregnant at work at a time. And then I went back to work full time after I was pregnant with Brayden. When we moved, I was pregnant and I got a job, and I was working full time till he was like 2.5, maybe 3. Yeah. When Kylie started kindergarten, then I quit. Went back to school full time, graduated, moved again, looked up on a part-time job teaching. Basically online. I only had to go in and teach in person like once a month. And I held that for a long time. And then now I have a full-time job again. So it's been like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But I've always tried to work it around the kids so that I could be there to take them to school, get them home, be with them as much as possible, like being able to go to doctor's appointments. Even now, like, I work from home, so I'm able to navigate anything that they need around that schedule.
So do you think you define success as a woman? Do you define it as a career? Do you find it as family? Do you find it as like personal fulfillment? Or like, what do you think success is to you?
I think it's a combination of all of it. I'm more like, I don't have to do it all, but if I want to do it all, I want to do that. Like, I want to be a good mom. I want to be successful. I don't want a career that I'm going to just stay stagnant. And right now, like, I'm in a position that I am currently trying to move into the next position. So I strive to also advance in my work life.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to be there for everything. So it's balancing all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's like just like, being a good wife, being a good mother, working, moving up, good employee, reliable. Yeah, now that I'm thinking of it, I'm like, daggone, why didn't I just pick one or the other?
Right? I know. And for me, since I did have it so segmented of like, this was stay-at-home time and now this is when I work, like, I feel like success is also segmented. Like that, like 10 years that I stayed home, like, I'm really proud of everything that I accomplished with them. Like, my kids can all tie their shoes before kindergarten. Like, my kids were reading. Like, my, I don't know.
We did a lot of at-home stuff.
Yeah. So it was just like the stuff that I did at home, the opportunities that I gave them for staying at home, like, I feel was very successful.
Yes.
Like,
I think it is helpful whenever they're little.
Yeah.
To get that extra attention.
Right.
And not everybody can do it, but...
No, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I had to stay home with them. Like, I look back and it's like, I wouldn't change that for the world.
Oh, I wouldn't either. I would never change how I worked my work schedule, the late nights, the late night studying. Like, I did so much that I would never change it. I don't know how I survived it at times, but I wouldn't change it because I got to be there for literally everything.
Right. So yeah, I wouldn't change it. So yeah, like, success for me is very like segmented. Mm-hmm. Like, that was successful, and now that I've transitioned to like working, do I find more stress in this situation? I do, because like tomorrow my work schedule is changing a little bit because I have to go to a training, and it's like I might not be back in time to get my little one from school, but my little one is also old enough to get herself home from school and stay for a little bit, but so it's that kind of stress where it's just like, before me, I was there for everything. I was there to pick them up. I was there, I was very strict with my schedule and making sure my kids always had me. But now that I have to be a little bit more flexible,
right?
Like, I'm learning.
You have other demands.
I'm like, oh, she's old enough that, like, she can get herself home. She can get herself in the house. She can, like, she is functional that she can stay home for half an hour before I get here.
So has been, like, now that you're full-time, does that kind of play into, like, letting go, though, too? Is because, like, I think a lot of people that do stay at home the entire time that their kids are at home until they move out and move on their own or go to college, they tend to have a hard time letting go and letting them mature and grow as little people.
So I will say, like, I do still internally, yes, internally, I'm like,
you'll always do it.
Yeah.
Wait till they go to college. You'll always do it.
I have a little bit of time to prepare myself, but literally, like, my oldest went on like the middle school trip to an amusement park, and I'm like, yeah, go have fun. Like, I didn't even think twice about it. I just signed the permission thing. I paid the fee. Off she went. Didn't think about it. But the moment we took her to the amusement park after that,
right,
she took like our other child and was just like, hey, we're gonna go ride this ride, we'll see you. And I'm like, wait,
I don't know,
you can't without me,
right?
I was like, wait a second,
wait, you were just here and you did completely fine and they let y'all run around.
And I was like, okay. So like internally, like, all of the panic happened. All of that,
right.
Like, without me, wait, what? Like, all of the processing while I'm looking at her. And then I was like, sure, go ahead.
You're going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I might not. But I'm going to pretend.
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I find that a very amusing part of my life is just like outside I was like, yeah, totally, yo, we'll just check in with you in a little bit, but internally I like everything is on fire right now. Like
everything's burning down.
Yeah, you're leaving me. But so like, yes, I am going to struggle to like let them go, but also like I've had like I started working and they got on the middle school bus by themselves.
Yeah.
You know, like I was never a bus stop mom.
Okay.
Like I was never like hanging out. I was never like peeking through the blinds to make sure they got on the bus stop. And this was like before Life 360.
Oh my gosh.
Before I had like little tracking tags on them. You know, I didn't have any of that. And I just was like, go. You need to get on the bus at this time. Make sure you're there.
Oh, no.
And they've done it.
Like the only time though that the kids did not get picked up in front of our house, we lived in a cul-de-sac and they wanted all the kids to come to the inn, and I absolutely refused because I watch too many movies and read too many articles, and I was like, somebody's gonna notice that she's always at the bus stop at this time. And there wasn't that many kids. Like the cul-de-sac was maybe 6 houses, so I was like, there's not enough kids down there. There was like 2 elementary kids. I was like, no, I'll be down there.
That's funny. Because, no.
But whenever she came home from school, I would sit on the porch just because I could see all the way down to the bus stop. She would get off the bus because she would want to do that sometimes to feel big. And I would let her sometimes.
To feel big.
But it made me too nervous. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody's going to snatch you.
Yeah, and that, I mean, yes, I've thought about that. Where someone's going to steal my children.
Yeah.
That's another podcast.
I know.
We'll do one on
the fear.
Connect children. But yeah, so I will say I have struggled to let them go, but it's been kind of an internal behind the scenes struggle.
Yeah.
Because
That's good though. You don't need to scare them or worry them. No. They don't need that. It's hard, but they don't need that.
No.
Because they will stress. Mm-hmm. So it's like keeping yourself under control. Exterior.
Yeah.
Your exterior needs to look put together.
Yes.
Your inside can be like,
yeah. Yes. All of the panic happens inside. Do you feel like the trad wife lifestyle is a trend? Or is it going to backfire? Or do you think it has like genuine empowerment for women?
I think that it's, from what I've seen, which I've only seen it on TikTok whenever it first started coming out, I think it is a facade. It is for clicks, it's for shares, it's for like, nobody is looking like June Cleaver every day in those fucking ugly dresses that are so uncomfortable, and you're just like smiling, you got full makeup every day, your hair is perfect. Who would want to live that way? And if you are living that way, please stop trying to impress anybody, because if nobody's at your house, who are you trying to impress? Yeah. Your husband already loves you. I hope he has seen you without makeup. I hope he has seen your hair look like shit and it's greasy. Like, who are you doing this for?
Yeah.
And you're wasting money, okay? Yeah. If you're already staying at home, like, that's waste money for your makeup products.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And even as a stay-at-home, I mean, I'm not that high maintenance of a person, but even as a stay-at-home mom, I never did all of that. Mm-mm. Like, were there days where I stayed in my pajamas all day? Yes.
Yeah. No, I feel better if I get out of my pajamas. Like, like, even working from home, like there'll be days that I'm just like, it's pajama day, and then other days I'm like, I'm getting dressed. It makes me feel put together. It makes me, but I don't dress up. I wear stuff like this: leggings, sweatshirt, baggy shirt. Mm-hmm. I don't dress up. It's like t-shirts, shorts, whatever.
No, and like I don't feel like dressing up like that is genuine empowerment.
No, it's because who's going to see you besides somebody that you're recording, which means that you are trying to get approval from all these other people, and you're looking probably at how many likes you're getting, how many comments, what are people saying. It can also mess with your mental health, because people that don't agree with it and they just have to put their 2 cents into everything, those people are cruel and they will say all kinds of stuff. So then you're not only staying at home, and you have put so much effort into your day to how you look. I don't think it's good.
No, I don't think it's a healthy.
I don't think it proves any kind of empowerment at all to do that.
No.
How about you show where you're doing like the nitty gritty of like cleaning your house, or like explosive diapers, or like things that you are doing that it's like, I don't want to do this, but I'm doing this for my family.
Yep. And no, hands down, there is no way that I'm going to get dressed to the nines and wear heels just to change diapers. No.
What about if you're like doing dishes or scrubbing, mopping the floor, or no, I'm not doing all that.
Nope, sorry. I mean,
and if I look like that, if I go in public and I take my kids, guess what? I gotta have them just as perfect, which is too much stress on any child and yourself, because it's already stressful trying to get kids out of the house.
100%.
So I think it's all fake. I think the people that do it for the pictures, the videos, and it is not something that they truly believe in. And that's just my opinion.
Well,
there's probably some of them that do.
Yes, and to be completely honest about things, I don't see these people at the grocery store. I've never seen, like, if you can tell if someone's coming from work, sometimes they'll still have their little badge on, or, you know, like this, that, and the other. But
like dress pants, or even a dress, but not like those 50s dresses that they advertise on TikTok.
Yeah, no.
Nobody, where are you even buying that?
Yeah, well, TikTok shop.
They're like pinning it below and being like, if you want this dress, click down there.
I know, I was thinking about TikTok the other day, and I wish they had like, they have the different options up top that's like for you and friends and favorites, or whatever. Yeah. And one of them is shop. I wish you could just search that one and it would play all like the QVC videos. So if you wanted to go shopping, you would just click shop, and all of the
and
TikTok
they were
shop
only
people
there.
Were only there.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And I was just like, can we just do that? Because some people do like shopping on TikTok. Like it's a good avenue.
It takes forever to get the products though sometimes.
Yeah. But so
I had something that just appeared that it took 2 months to get it. I actually thought that I probably was scammed at that point. I was like, I'm giving up.
I got scammed on Amazon, and TikTok shop came through.
Oh.
Yeah, it was for my daughter's Halloween costume. She got 2 of them, but
she's only keeping one.
Well, because the Amazon one, I ordered it, and like it didn't update. It never shipped.
I've canceled before and then went back in. You can order it.
Well, I didn't want to deal with it because I had already ordered 2 others from TikTok shop that came. They both came. Oh. And one had a free keychain.
Look at that.
I know. So I was like, who would have thought Amazon was awful and TikTok shop came through?
That's true.
So,
and fast.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, because I was very skeptical of TikTok shop. I didn't want to do it, but my kids' Halloween was more important than my skepticism.
Look at you.
I know.
That's that. See, that mom power. You're like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it because she's going to get that outfit she wanted.
I know. And she's so happy. She wears it around the house just to be, whatever. So
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think modern women, do we want it all, or do we just want the choice?
I think it's a choice. Like some people, like I always, like from the time that I got married, I was like, when we have kids, I want to stay at home. And not necessarily financially that's always available. So like I did work and offset it so that we only had to put her in daycare. She was a drop-in. I didn't even have her like as a full-time kid there.
That's awesome.
So I loved being able to do that. So I still had money that could come in to help, but I still got all that time. And like we would work her sleep schedule around our work schedules. So there was times that she wouldn't go to bed till like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. And some people would think it's crazy, but it worked good for our schedule because if I'm not getting there until 11 p.m. and Scott picked her up, like, and then we're sleeping until 8 o'clock the next day, like, she's still getting all the sleep.
Yeah.
But she stays up, and I was able to see her and put her to bed, and
she's
she
fine
wasn't
now.
fussy. We weren't forcing her.
No.
So I loved that because then I could just put her schedule also around our schedule, but our schedule around her schedule. So I don't know.
Right.
It just meshed well.
And I think in today's society, like, women do want the choice.
I think so.
And they're allowed to have that choice.
Yeah.
And if couples don't want children, they don't have to have children. Like the trad wife with kids that stay at home, that's kind of, it's more in a subset of our culture these days. Would you agree with that?
Yes. Like, I don't think that it's, well, for one thing, everything is so expensive now that it's hard for women to even have the choice to stay at home.
Yeah.
Or dads. There's dads that stay at home.
Yeah.
So we'll
Trad
include
dad.
them. Trad dad.
Trad dad.
Sounds like rad
It
dad.
does, yeah. I don't know if I like it, but there it is.
I think that if you can do it and that's something that you want to do, you want to do. But I also think that there's also women that they don't want to sit at home. They can't. And it's not that they don't love their kids or, nobody should shame anybody for their choice. But I think it's where they need that interaction. That's the reason why I asked you, like, how did you interact? Because I was able to always have interaction with people. I always had, like, somebody around, and then outside of just Scott, so that I would get that time to just, like, have adult interaction and not be cooped up in the house all the time. So, and also, like, some of the trad wives, like, there's people that only have one vehicle. And let me tell you, if Scott took our vehicle every day and I was stuck at the house, I don't care if I had kids or not, I would go crazy at the fact that I would feel controlled. I would feel like it doesn't even matter what I want my day to look like. There's no way that I can leave the house.
Well, and I think if that were the case, I would want to live, and this might not be feasible either. Like, it just depends on your situation. But, like, I lived in Europe, and, like, living in a metropolitan area where, like, public transportation is a block that way, I can get bus and I can go everywhere. That would be my preferable living situation if, like, we only had one car or something.
Right. Like, if we had to downsize and only have one car, I would want walkability.
Yes.
And transportation.
Yes.
Nearby.
And the United States is not great for walkability unless you're in, like, a really good downtown area. But then again, the prices are higher, so then
like, it's a big city. Like, I knew somebody in Chicago. They didn't have a car. Neither one of them had the car because you had to pay rent for, like, a parking spot in their apartment building. So that was going to be a fee plus your car payment plus your car insurance, and then it was just horrible to try to get the car out of there to even go to the store. They would either Uber or they would walk. But they were in downtown Chicago. Like, there was a lot of things right at their fingertips if they just needed to run to, like, a corner store or something.
So speaking of getting your own car, did you know that women weren't allowed to get credit cards or loans in their own names up until 1974?
Wow.
1974 was the first year
Oh my God.
women could get their own credit card or own loan. So before that, you couldn't go buy a car. You couldn't go open a credit card. You couldn't buy a house. You weren't allowed to open loans
That is
prior to
insane.
74.
And that's where I go back to like the trad wife like hype on TikTok. Like, do these women even know what a true trad wife would be? Would be someone before that time, before 1974. Like, you have zero rights to anything, basically. You can't do anything on your own.
No, you would have no access to go get a car if you didn't have the cash to do it.
That's insane. That makes me wonder. I wish my mama was still around. I don't know if my mom would know the answer. But, like, she got divorced. And what year was that? I don't know what year that they got divorced. Though. But anyways, it was definitely before that. Like, she got a house. Did somebody have to co-sign? Did a man have to co-sign with her?
I mean, probably. I don't know how women would have rented an apartment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Google that. We can talk
Like,
about other stuff.
how would you even, if you were a single person, maybe you weren't married yet, maybe you didn't want to get married.
Yeah. Well, maybe they could. How did rent? Prior to 1974, women rented apartments with significant legal and financial barriers, often requiring a male co-signer or husband's approval due to discriminatory laws that limited their access to credit or housing. Landlords could legally refuse to rent to them and charge higher rents.
Oh my God.
You would need a male relative to co-sign for you if you were single.
Oh my God.
This is 9 years before I was born. 10 for you.
Yeah.
9 to 10 years before we were born.
That's insane.
Yeah. So, I think my mom graduated high school in 75.
Wow.
So it's just like, maybe, 70, I don't know. I'm making that up. But
Yeah, my mom
maybe 75.
My mom graduated in 80, I think.
Yeah.
No, 81.
But still,
I don't
that's
know,
not
something
even
like
that far past it. So yeah, the Equal Credit Opportunity Act of 1974.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, when you're thinking of trad wives, like maybe the trad wives prior to us was a thing just because they didn't have access to things.
Right, they didn't have the ability to.
No.
Like, they didn't really have the choice. That's the way I look at that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you become that you do want that kind of mindset where you don't have, like, there are still couples to this day, like, the wife doesn't know any of the finances, doesn't know anything about where their mortgage is through or their car is through or insurance and a lot of times you see those women that once their husband passes away and they haven't had access to all this, they are blindsided.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't even know what I have.
No.
It's like you didn't even know the person you were married to.
No.
Because you have no idea about anything for yourself.
My husband used to do like the state of the house address.
Heary.
I know, and I would sit there and he would just talk. He talks a lot anyway, but he would like start talking about all of it, and I'm just like, oh, I think I need a spreadsheet or something. Can you make a PowerPoint so I have a visual, because you're saying so much and it's in there, but it's not in there.
Right. We had to put ours in a location where I was like, I'm not even gonna remember. How do you even remember all the this day and age? We have so many passcodes and stuff.
I know.
It's like ridiculous. So I'm like, I can't do that. I'm like, I just need to write all this down somewhere, store it. But I can't imagine not knowing how much was in my checking account or being told that I was on a budget or an allowance. Like, that was a big thing back in the day, was like women would be given so much money to like go buy groceries. Oh, here's your budget.
Yeah.
If the man is a good budgeter, like, it would be helpful, but it's also be transparent with me and why are you putting me on this budget?
Right.
I want to know why and where is all of our money? How much do you actually make? You know?
Yep. I'm like, where is our money going?
So I think it is healthy to know, for women to know all those things.
Mm-hmm. No,
And
it is.
whether you stay at home is because, let me tell you something, even if you stay at home, that doesn't mean that you're not entitled to know your finances as a married couple.
Mm-hmm.
That does not give anybody the right to tell you, oh, well, you don't have money, so you don't bring anything in, you don't get to know about it. No. You need to go find a lawyer right then.
Yeah.
Or he better change his tone.
Yep.
So, or she needs to change their tone.
Yes.
Whoever's saying it needs to change it.
Yeah. Do you think that stay-at-home moms get enough respect in today's world?
No.
How do you think we can change that?
I think COVID kind of did that to an extent, because everybody freaked out when their kids had to stay at home and they had to like do schoolwork with them and like be with everybody 24/7 through the ups and downs. And with stay-at-home moms, even with me, like whenever I taught, I didn't teach every day, and while the kids were at school, I would do whatever I needed to do for work as far as on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
So it never messed up. So once they got home from school, then I was with them doing homework, doing sports, whatever, dinners, Scott. And that's another thing, is like, I wouldn't want to be in a marriage, in a trad marriage, where I was expected for gender roles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of like going off on a tangent now.
That's okay.
But like gender roles, I don't think that that's really a thing. Like, I laugh and joke about like the yard is Scott's, but that's because my allergies are so bad. And anybody that knows me knows what I look like after I've done yard work. It's awful.
Yeah.
So I laugh and joke about it, but like, there's no gender roles whenever it comes to your house, though. Now, there might be things that you're better at, or maybe they're better at, and that's okay for y'all to determine together. But like, anyways, I think that COVID showed a lot of families to appreciate not only their teachers more,
Mm-hmm.
but their work life, the stay-at-home moms that they know around them.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people just think, oh, well, if you have school-age kids and you don't work, then you're just laying around doing whatever. Well, guess what? Those kids, there's still stuff to do around your house every single day. Do you want to do it? No. Do some days you don't do anything? Yeah. But you're still doing stuff, and from the time that your kids walk into the door, you're nonstop, 24/7. So.
Yep. Well, that's like, it's funny because like the COVID shutdown happened in March. I went back to work in like September of that year. That's when I like decided, oh, job.
Oh, right.
And like both my older kids were, they stayed home. So they stayed home the whole year from school. They didn't do the hybrid school. And I gave them that choice. I was like, what do you want to do? I'm fine if you guys want to go. I'm fine if you want to stay. Because they made this, like the switch halfway through the year. They're just like, I'm going to stay. Let's just say. And I was like, that's fine. So that's when I went back to work. And I was out of the house. I was actually going to a school, to work in a school when my kids stayed at home.
Which is crazy.
I know.
Like, your kids are so structured anyways, though. Yeah. So, like, oh.
No. So, yeah.
A lot of people can't just leave their kids, though. It's because their kids are like, nobody's watching me and I don't have to do this. No.
I mean, my husband was working from home. So, it's like they had an adult.
Oh, okay.
But he was legitimate working. Like,
yeah, he wasn't able to sit over them 24/7.
And he didn't. And I was only working 12 hours a week. So it wasn't.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So I was still home enough to monitor them.
Yeah.
But away enough that no one got really annoyed with each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Because I was like, can't take this anymore. You guys are not supposed to be here anymore. It's supposed to have time without you.
This is supposed to be my downtime.
Oh, get out of here. But I agree that stay-at-home moms, and you made a comment that was like people started to respect teachers more during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I think that has completely been forgotten.
I think so
I think
too.
we're
I think it's been
totally
enough
back.
a time. Maybe they need to like shut everything down again to remind
Or
people.
teachers strike.
Or just give them more
teachers
pay.
strike.
Yeah.
Go strike. Because no, like
They need more pay.
no, the teacher assistants,
Mm-hmm.
none of us make a living wage. None of us can live off of what we make. So it's like you want people to go work in the schools, work full time in the schools,
Yeah.
and we can't even pay rent. There's no way I could pay rent. I'd literally have to work for like live 2 or 3 hours away from here.
Yeah.
And it's just like how do we expect this to be a thing?
I think it's crazy anyways for the county that we live in.
Yeah.
Because even my pay, like, I wouldn't be able to stay in this area. I would have to move. Like, I make enough money that I could live somewhere else and be completely fine. But due to how high the cost of living is right here in the DMV area, it's ridiculous.
No.
Like,
There's no way.
I would have to look for a new job.
We'd all be living in the same house.
Start rent a house and
Yeah,
then rent
rent
out
out.
to other people and be
Yeah.
like, who wants to be my
I
roommate?
need help. So no, I don't. I think stay-at-home moms don't get enough respect.
No. And before COVID hit, my kids, we had moved from a base in Florida to a base in Mississippi, and I was not happy with the school ratings, so I decided to put my kids in an online Florida virtual school because we were military, still residents there, so it was like a whole thing. But I decided to do that, and so I started out, and the kids started out, and I was like, we're only going to have to do this for 2 years. 2 years came and we got ready to move here, and it's like COVID hit in February, and then we moved here in June. And it was like, oh. And then everybody that was complaining though about their kids, I was like, I've already had my kids home for 2 years.
Right. This is not happening.
Y'all think this is bad? Like, I've been doing it for 2 years at this point.
And you made a comment prior to us filming that the trad wife movement is kind of rooted in religious aspects.
Yeah, I think so. I think for the ones that are true to it, not the glamour side of it of, oh, you have to wear these certain dresses and always do your hair and makeup, but like that they are a second class citizen, basically, in my opinion, in their household. It is definitely more targeted, like comes from religious backgrounds.
The conservative Christian
Yes.
religions.
Yep.
And even I think within conservative, having been brought up in a very conservative Christian environment, I would say you even have like levels within that environment where it's like some of them, like a stay-at-home mom, but she's like the one that's always in the community. She volunteers for like the HOA. She's like swim team mom. There's like that type of mom where it's like she is out and about in the community, but she's still a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
To the other moms who are just like strictly, I stay at home. I do the cooking. I do the cleaning. I make sure, like the kids' beds are made every morning, like that type.
Right. More strict and not as social.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. So I think I've seen the whole spectrum of trad wives in a conservative Christian environment. And it is like, I feel like those types of people kind of attract those types of people, if you will. Like they build their circle. They'll gravitate towards one another. So even within the community of Christian, like conservative Christians, like you have your little groups and they kind of all divide up.
Yeah, but do you think that goes back to like biblically, like the man being the top of the pyramid? that those wives are also pushed that their only friends can be like-minded families, and that's why they cling to each other, because they're like, you know how it is, and like I said, similar things. Like that is kind of what pulls most people together, is they have some kind of similarity where they're wanting to hang out with that person.
I definitely think so. And it's like they bond through their similar experiences.
And then say like the mom that is still out and about, maybe doing volunteer work or being very active in the schools or something, like they kind of gravitate to the other moms that are doing the same thing because you both understand each other. Mm-hmm. So it's like everybody just keeps in their little bubbles.
They do. And then, I mean, even I think there's a lot of judgment in between those groups too.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Definitely.
like, I don't understand why Susie's doing this. Oh, well, Jenny's over here doing that. You know, it gets like...
And what is Margaret doing? She just sits on her ass. I think she just sits at home and doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Have you tasted Jenny's casserole? Why did she put that much garlic in it?
Not those wives.
I don't like her crock pot dishes. She's not coming back to the potluck.
Don't eat. Don't eat her dish.
Yeah. She put carrots in her Jell-O salad.
What?
Have you not had the carrots in your Jell-O salad?
You're shitting me right now.
And onions. Carrots and onions.
And Jell-O?
In Jell-O.
Like regular Jell-O.
Like regular Jell-O.
Gelatin. Jiggle.
Yeah.
Jiggle gelatin. I don't know. I can't remember the little song.
I'll Google it for you.
I feel like you're like pranking me right now.
No, I am totally not.
Mm-mm.
Carrots and Jell-O. It's a whole thing.
Have you ever ate that?
Yeah. It's awful.
I was like, is it good? That sounds like something that somebody was like, I want Jell-O and have all the sweets, but we gotta make it healthy. Let's throw some carrots into it. No. Are they cooked carrots? Or they're like raw and crunchy? It's a weird texture.
It depends on who makes it. That's why Jenny's not invited.
Jenny is not invited. She bringing carrots. I would just like plop it into the... I'd be like, Jenny, what is wrong? Is something going on, girl? Did you have a breakdown in your kitchen today? I feel like you got confused. This is not cherries. Like, this is no fruit. Like, I need you to take your carrots and...
Here you go.
Shrimp?
Shrimp.
That's not Jell-O.
That is Jell-O. 1950s. How you dazzled us with your strange recipes.
Oh.
Vintage shrimp Jell-O salad.
What is that Jell-O made out of? Oh my God. I don't even want to know that.
No, I'm not going to waste my time.
That makes me want to vomit.
Oh, they put vegetables, broccoli, carrots. It's frozen vegetables, and you cook them. So these are cooked vegetables.
No, thank you. That is scary. And whoever thought of that?
I don't know. It's gross though. So no, thank you.
That stresses me out. I've never been anywhere that somebody showed up with that. Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm too facial and verbal. Like sometimes I don't know how to tell my face not to talk of what my brain's thinking.
Yeah, that if you're making shrimp vegetable Jell-O salads, you have hit next level trad wife. That's how you know you've made it in the trad wife lifestyle.
You've made no friends if you made that.
I'm going to make it for New Year's Eve.
I'm going to throw it in the garbage. I'm going to be like, you know what? You know where this should be?
Don't invite her back.
Speaking of, that's got to be a mental health disorder. So what about mental health with, how do you think that it runs differently for wives, moms that work full-time versus a stay-at-home mom? Like, do you like, obviously both of them could have struggles in different ways, but like...
So for me, and from my own personal experience, I can tell you that like things in my home are not how I used to take care of it.
Okay.
And I used to like have like that nightly reset where like I had time, like the kids went off to bed, I would reset the living room, I'd reset the kitchen, I'd reset, like I'd go through and just generally pick up. Where it's like now that I work full time, like I don't necessarily feel like I have the energy to go do that all the time.
Yeah.
And like I could get the kids to try to help with it, but like they're stressed too. They go to work, they come home and do like an hour's worth of
They
homework.
don't go to work, they go to school.
School is work, my friend.
It is.
So yes, they go to work. That is their work. That is their job.
That's
It
their
is
job.
their job to learn. And so I try to understand that and give them the space to come home and do the work that they need to do to maintain their grades, maintain their standard of learning, and then I get them to sports. So like when all three of them are going in three different directions, like
Yeah.
I've literally worked all day, they've worked all day, we've come home, we've tried to get some nutritious dinners in, we've tried to do this, and then we're out and about and we don't get home until late, then I'm like, I have to be up in 7 hours. So
See, I'm different.
Yeah.
Because I used to work full time, have both the kids, they were small. And so whenever I weren't full time, I would literally wait till I got the kids from daycare. I would get home, Scott would get home, we would cook dinner, we would get the kids their baths, do their nightly routines, all this kind of stuff. Once the house went to bed, I would hop in the car and go to Walmart and do my grocery shopping because, like, I didn't do it obviously every night, but like if I had to go to the store or something, instead of stressing out everybody, I would sacrifice my sleep to do whatever I needed to do. And the same thing that once I stopped working and then I was going to school full time, like if the kids were home from school, like I was not doing schoolwork. And so then it would put me, after they went to bed, that I was staying up late at night studying to make up for the time so that I didn't have to take away from them. So I'm also the type that's like, sometimes if you are working full time or you have like a full schedule, like there's still time that you just gotta do everything else. So I guess that's where I even found like that was like my grocery shopping time, which I loved, honestly, even though I lacked sleep. But I loved it because nobody went with me. And I didn't have to have anybody's opinion. So staying up late at night, I've always done after everybody goes to bed. So I don't know.
Well, yeah, but
I'm a night owl though too.
well, I mean, I love being a night owl, but I hate waking up in the morning, and I mean, I wake up every morning at 5:50.
No, ma'am, I don't. So that's where we are very different.
Yeah, but
even whenever I was working full time and getting the kids up when they were super little, I still didn't get up at 5 o'clock.
yeah, so that's where it's just like I hate getting up that early, but I know if I have to get up that early, I have to get in bed to make sure that I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like if I don't get to the point where if I'm too grumpy, I don't do well when I'm grumpy. And I would rather sacrifice things around my house to make sure like that's my mental health.
That's true.
So like, and I will say like when I was a stay-at-home mom for all those years, like my husband works very, very long hours.
Yeah.
And like I didn't have necessarily the
yeah.
I didn't have that
Right.
Like it was really me for a lot of it, which
Yeah.
I don't complain about. Like I love.
Well, it's
where
like
we
part of
are.
like Scott being deployed at times. Like I was mom and dad, and everything fell on me. So
Yeah.
clearly, I didn't have anybody
Right.
to like step in. So I get it.
Yeah, like I need to make sure I'm taking care of myself.
That's
And
true.
if things have to slip and things aren't the same as they were, like I have to be okay with that as long as like, am I happy? Am I fed? Am I taken care of? Are my kids happy? Are they fed?
That's
Are they,
true.
they go to school clean. They have clean clothes. They have
Oh,
good
yeah.
lunches. Like as long as
Now, if-
everyone...
You're not the person though that I think you're comparing it to. Like I don't think that you're not giving yourself enough of credit.
Well, I'm just saying I don't have the same, like, it's not the same. Like, I am not the
Yeah.
same as I was when I was a stay-at-home person.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, it has to change because, like, my schedule is drastically different now than it was.
I don't even know how you get up at 5.
Yeah.
I think the earliest I've ever had to get up for work, even like with kids and everything, was like 6.
Yeah.
Even
that
6 is hard.
And then, like, I have to get ready for work and get a child ready for school. The other ones can do it themselves. Like, they're big enough that they do it.
What?
But,
Your youngest one makes her own lunch.
well,
And makes your lunch sometimes.
well, sometimes she does. But it hasn't always been that. In the 5
Yeah.
years that I've worked, I mean,
No.
that was preschool.
Yeah.
So it's like preschool. I'm
I know.
getting me up and I'm getting her up. And, like,
Whenever they're that small, that is probably the roughest thing, is trying to get out of the house in the morning time. Because whenever I did have to do it, the kids were like little. Like, Kylie was like 2.5 whenever Braden was born. And like, they were going to daycare and trying to get them up and trying to get them to daycare so I could get to work. I was like, "Arr!" That's where I look back and I'm like, how did I do that?
Who knows? I have no idea.
I don't know. It's probably because we were younger then.
Yeah.
I was definitely younger.
So that's where it's just like, from going from being a stay-at-home mom to then a working mom, like, I have had to make sure, like, my mental health comes at a higher priority than it did before.
Right. And you have to learn how to let certain things go, because is it worth it? Could you find, like, anything that needs to be done at your house, you're going to take care of. But I think that's where some women hold themselves to a different standard, and they want to be that picture perfect sometimes. And you can't obtain that. Sometimes you have to go, like, literally my house right now. Like, hopefully Scott's at home cleaning right now, because we've let the laundry go. And we have things to do around there. And hopefully he's doing it. If not, I'll have to work on it. But that's the reason why I like working from home too, is because, like, where you're out of the house all day, like, I can literally do my laundry while I'm working.
Yeah.
I just, like, turn it on, go work, go flip it to the next thing, put it in the dryer, start another load. Now I can cycle some clothes.
Yeah.
I hate putting them away though.
Oh. Yeah. So no, yeah, working out of the house and getting kids and everything, it's a change. And I think anyone
Give yourself grace.
Yeah, you have to.
That's the reason why I said, I think that don't compare yourself to, like, anybody else. Like, everybody's doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, do I wish some things were different? Sure. Is it the hill I'm going to die on? No. Nope. There are other hills I will die on. So that's the moral of the story. I don't care what path you're taking. Just make sure your needs are met.
And I think working moms need to, like, give themselves grace too, of just because, who do we say, Jenny is making the carrot jello?
Yeah,
like,
shrimp carrot jello recipes.
Yeah. Don't.
I'm gonna
like,
link that in our podcast.
It's okay not to, like, it's okay to go to buy Walmart and pick up, like, already pre-made stuff. Do you know how many times I've done that? And I've even put it in one of my own dishes, so it looks like I did it. And I was a stay-at-home mom, but it was one of those things. I pick my battles. I do not have time for this one thing. I'm going to fake it till I make it and keep going.
Yeah.
Last thing, American Psychology Association in 2011 found that mothers employed part-time during early motherhood had better mental and physical health than those who stayed home full-time. So I think for the moms that do stay home full-time, find your part-time outlet. Look into, like, mom's morning outs and stuff like that at local areas. And so it will help you be in a better mental state, and physically you get a reset away from husband and kids.
Yes, away from husband and kids. It's important. It's just important.
It is.
To build your community. That's how you do it.
Yep.
You need to get
Trade
out.
off babysitting.
Yeah. So no.
But it's okay not to be a trad wife. It's okay to be a girl boss.
Yes.
Don't compare yourselves to any other moms.
No, you.
We're all just trying to fake it till we make it, and we're doing the best damn job we can do.
100%. Everyone is.
All right. On that.
On that, cheers.
Cheers. Just because I was like, shit, I want it.
Thanks for tuning in to the Unfiltered Duo podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend who might enjoy it too. You can follow us on all social media platforms for updates, behind the scenes, and more content. Got questions, feedback, or a topic you'd love for us to cover? Reach out at unfilteredduopodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep listening.